Yo, so I'm going to start this review out really bold, and I want to say that American Animals is probably the best heist film I've seen since Inception. This thing is honestly amazing.
Let's do this.
So American Animals is the narrative feature debut of Bart Layton, who is known for doing The Imposter, which is kind of a documentary from, well, quite a while ago now. What's it like?
About 2012, I believe.
Yeah, 2012, so it's been a while. This movie basically focuses on a true story about a group of teenagers performing a kind of bold and daring heist. I do want to say as little as possible about this movie because all I knew was that it was a heist film going in. And what I got is honestly the most exciting movie probably that I've seen this year. Like, I got around this movie so hard.
Yeah, just like this is what cinema's about. I mean, it's breaking down walls and showing us things that we just never really seen before and telling us true stories. Are they true stories? I mean, it's just such a goddamn good film, and the first thing I'm going to say is what's going to be so disappointing about this film is that hardly anyone's going to see it because that's how distribution around the world works these days. So what am I going to say? Go ahead and see this film.
Seek it out.
See it.
This honestly feels to me like it could be kind of like an anthem of our generation. It honestly feels to me like what I think Fight Club would have been 20 years ago. This movie is honestly so bold, so daring, so exciting, so provocative, so entertaining that I doubt that anyone my age would watch this movie and not come out of it and go, you know what, that was fucking amazing. Like, it genuinely is not only thrilling and hilarious start to finish, but it also deals with so many interesting ideas. I think the thing that really sticks with me about this movie is that it really explores that emptiness we feel as we transition into adulthood, out of being a teenager where everything is, you know, in respect, pretty easy, pretty basic, pretty simple down the line. It kind of focuses on that idea of what now? What do I do? What do I do to feel important? What do I do to stand out? This movie absolutely nails the, you know, like, there's just a nightmarish feeling, and I think it really just taps into something primal and just incredibly gripping about that theme.
It basically looks at ourselves as humans and kind of goes like, is this all there is? You know, like, is this our way of life? Is this what we're supposed to do? Just kind of, you know, go into a 9-to-5 job, have kids, you know, get married, do the simple thing? Or is there something else to it?
Is there a way to crack into some higher plane of existence?
Like,
or
am
something?
I missing out on something here? Like, how come these artists have gone ahead and done this? Or how come this person has gone ahead and done this? Like, what has caused them to go down that path? Why can't I get there
How can
yet?
I make that happen in my own life?
And asking those questions and like just seeing it played out on film, but also kind of in this weird kind of documentary style way that is so original that will just blow your mind.
Because this movie actually takes the real life people involved in this case and actually has interviews with them interspersed in the movie. It fully acknowledges that the movie in a way is almost kind of a fictionalized reenactment, and it makes for just an incredibly original story. I know that there's movies that have done similar things like this with having characters kind of interviewed, but usually it's not the actual people themselves, unless it's kind of at the start of the movie and the end of the movie. It actually, the whole way through this movie, is constantly having characters going, no, that's not how that happened. No, that is how this happened. And there's just this constant kind of interplay between all the people involved in this story having different stances on the way that things played out. And it's fascinating.
Now, to move on to the acting, I mean, let's just talk about Barry Keoghan and Evan Peters for a moment, because hello, these boys are these boys are the crown jewels of this film. They are unbelievable to watch, and they give performances that'll just make
They're just electric, man. It's electrifying. They've got so much energy. There's so much kind of depth. There's so much inward kind of self-analysis of what they're doing as they're going through this movie. It's just a really, really genuinely exciting thing.
They just look like a couple of boys having fun. And that's what it's meant to be about, because at this point in time, these guys, these dudes were just in college, you know, looking at life, just wondering what the hell does it all mean, and they were just having fun.
Trying to find a way to stand out.
Yeah, and that's what these performances give us. They're, you know, rich in personality, and they're just boys trying to have a bit of fun.
And this movie totally supports those characters' search for identity the entire time through just brilliant technical aspects. I mean, the editing in this movie is off the charts. The way it's constantly jumping between reality and fiction and breaking down that fourth wall, kind of breaking down, we get really immersed in this whole kind of heist movie narrative, as those stories often do. But then it kind of takes us away from that and says, you know, what are we actually like thinking about this? What are we feeling about this? Why are we so personally entertained by something that we know is probably going to go horribly wrong? I think it's just genuinely a fantastic story. I mean, the music is also on point. The cinematography is so creative. There's so many cool ideas in this. It's a movie that's fully like cool. It's going for being cool. It's going for being awesome, but it never forgets that it's telling this really targeted, focused story with these really profound themes.
Yeah, what I love about this film as well is its use of comedy. It's kind of use of comedy kind of suck you in, pull you in like a big rope, and then just punch you in the face with a bit of drama or a bit of emotion. I mean, it's kind of like you're sitting there and you're watching this beautiful bird just fly around the sky and you're kind of having fun, you're laughing with your mates, and all of a sudden an eagle comes along and eats it and you're like, oh, shit, okay. And that's what watching this film is like. It's constantly subverting everything you know.
You guys all remember that last time you and your friends were watching a bird and having a laugh, yeah?
Oh,
That's an American animal. Look, I don't often say that a movie is just awesome, but I honestly think this one is. I really do think that pretty much everyone that watches this movie is gonna get a kick out of it. And that's the point. But the movie isn't just gonna give you kind of cheap thrills. It's gonna give you a lot to think about. It's the kind of movie that while you're driving home, you're gonna be having a laugh talking about it with whoever you've gone and seen it with, but you're also gonna be thinking like, man, that was some heavy shit I just had to deal with. And it's probably going to linger with you for quite a while. I know I haven't stopped thinking about it since I've seen it. I'm kind of an animal for this movie. The movie's really good. So that was our review of American Animals. Have you seen it yet?
Did you like it?
Did you hate it?
Did you like this video?
Of course you
Create
did.
more banter.
If so, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel down there somewhere.
And don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Breaking Banter.
And you can also support us on Patreon if you want to support what we're doing here on this channel. See you guys in the next video.